Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so the next primitive data type is called the char, data type, right? Or some people say char, but it's most commonly called char. And chars are used to store a single character. Actually, char, the word comes from the word, it comes from the word character. And so char is spelled this way, char. So if you can declare a variable of type char, and it can store a single character, just one single character. Okay, so I can call my variable, let's say my first character, right? My first character. So this is the type and this is the name of the variable, semicolon. Okay, we'll get more into declaring variables and initializing them. But for now, we've seen that this is we've seen one way of doing it, and that's this line. All right, so I've declared a variable of type char, and it can only store one character, one single character. So I can say my first character here is equal to, now character variables have to be surrounded with single quotations, okay, single quotations, okay, and then I can put in my character, let's say A in there, and then I need to terminate my line of code. Okay, single quotations, it's important. So I can come here now and print out what's stored in my first character. Actually, let me copy this. Okay, and so when I compile this, actually I have an error. My first, okay, because, which is good. This is good because it helps you to actually debug or try to solve your code when you have problems. And you can see over here that I named my variable my first character, but this is not spelled exactly the same as this because it doesn't know what this is. Because look, I'm missing an S here. This is my fifth character, and this is my first character. This has an S, and this doesn't. And so it's telling me it cannot find the symbol my first character. And so when you're declaring your variables, when you're declaring your variables and you are using them, make sure they match. Otherwise, you have an error. And so all we need to do is just put an S here, compile it, and actually, because I copied and pasted, I copied the first one, which is my first character. All right, so I need to have an S here too, so that they can all match. So compile this, and now I'm fine. All right, now back to what I was talking about. Characters, okay, when you are initializing them, have to be around single quotations. Oh, that's very important. So when I compile this and I run it, you can see it's printing out the character A. I can change the character to something like an uppercase A, compile it, run it, and it works. Now this is different from using single quotations. It's different. As soon as I use single quotations, this changes from a character data or a char data. It changes from a char data to a string. It becomes a string. If I want to store a string, in a variable, I have to declare that variable as data type string. This has a data type of char, meaning only characters can be stored in this variable. And so when you're storing a string in a character, it's going to complain. When I compile it, it's going to complain and say it's incompatible types. It found a java.lang.string, which really means a string, right? It found a string over here, but what is really required is a character in this, because I declared it over here as a character. I told the computer that only allow values of characters to be of type character to be stored in here. And over here's the case I'm trying to store a string in here, so it's complaining. And so character variables only store characters in there. Don't use double quotations. Don't use double quotations, because as soon as you surround them with double quotations, they become a string. Okay, so characters have to be surrounded with single quotations. And I can store any single character. I can't store more than one character in there. If I try to do that and let's say add another character of, let's say, ZS, and I compile, I have errors. Because I can't store more than one character in here. And so characters, that's the purpose. Single quotations can only store one character. It doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase uppercase or lowercase, it's fine. Lowercase j, it's fine. When I run it, it's printing out whatever character it is. And so your programs are going to have all kinds of data like we mentioned. This is also yet another one of them. It's a primitive data type, okay? All right, so here's another one that you know now. So yeah, just make sure you know the important bits about char variables, single quotations around them. They can only store one character. Okay, we'll talk more about data types, about initializing variables, declaring variables. If you have any questions, please comment down below, and I'll do everything to respond to them. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time with the next video. All right then, bye bye.